Business and Leisure, your weekly window to the world of business and guide to the good life. Hosted by Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa.
Hello everyone, welcome to the perfect combination of business and the good life. This is Business and Leisure, your weekly business and lifestyle electronic magazine where we shall bring you the week's significant business developments on BizWatch, while our weekly guide to the good life comes your way via our Leisure Report, hosted this week by our sunshine girl, Day Munsayak. And she's here right now to give you an idea of what we have in store this week. Day?
Thank you, Butch. Well, as always, it's awesome to be your co-host. And yes, I've got exciting things in store for you here on the lifestyle part of our show. We start with the hottest and latest events on Lifestyle Chronicles. Our Popular Places segment is next with our featured dining destination. And lastly is our weekly treat for all the firearm enthusiasts out there on Sports Shoot. Another brand new edition for you to watch out for. So let's start right away with the hottest issues on business with none other than our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa. Back to you, Butch.
Thanks, Day. We'll see you right after I take care of business. Before we give you our presentation this week, we shall first pause for a short break, right after which it's all business talk on BizWatch.
As a coach, you don't define yourself in terms of championships you've won. What happens beyond the trophies? You have to move forward, grow, and get better. Life is all about taking shots, and I want these kids to at least have the courage to take that shot so they can grow, learn, be compassionate, and have the heart of a champion.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
Welcome back to Business and Leisure, and we now start talking serious business on BizWatch, our business section. And for our first issue this week, our concerns on rice deficiency are hogging the headlines this past week. Now the Secretary of Agriculture, Manuel Piñol, speaks out about the Philippines' bumper rice harvest and how we are inching closer to rice self-sufficiency. Our business reporter, Zara Hernandez, has the story.
Agriculture Secretary Manuel Piñol was quoted as saying that we are moving closer to our goal of rice self-sufficiency. He also said that the Philippines is now 96% self-sufficient in rice because of increased palay production.
Our production of unhusked rice, which is palay, reached 19.4 million metric tons in 2017. The year before, palay production was at 17.8 million metric tons. Last year's bumper harvest, according to Secretary Piñol, was the highest production in the history of the rice industry in the Philippines. Our BizWatch correspondent has more of the story.
Although our palay production is already above and beyond the national requirement, Secretary Piñol said that he is not about to declare rice self-sufficiency as of now. According to him, there are still certain factors to be considered. For now, the Philippines has a national rice inventory of 2.7 million metric tons, which is good for 88 days. For the first quarter, the Agriculture Secretary is expecting an additional 3.1 million metric tons of rice. With a projected 5.8 million metric tons of rice in the inventory, only 2.8 million metric tons will be consumed in the first quarter of the year. For the second quarter, Secretary Piñol has said that he expects to have about 3 million metric tons, good for 96 days. This represents the highest volume of buffer stock in recent years, according to Secretary Piñol. Meanwhile, the Agriculture Secretary is expecting that by the year 2020, the Philippines will be self-sufficient in rice. The country is now increasing its adoption of high-quality rice seeds. The plan is also to intensify farm mechanization, improve access to credit, and promote integrated crop management.
The projections for our intensified rice production are heartening indeed. However, as the Agriculture Secretary himself is saying, we may not be able to sustain our rice sufficiency for so long because population growth is expected to overtake our rice production in about 5 to 10 years. Meanwhile, if we had a bumper rice harvest that is the highest in the rice history of the country, there is another sector that is reporting an export growth in 2017 that is also the highest in our history. Here's our BizWatch correspondent Andre Ko with the details.
The Semiconductor and Electronics Industries in the Philippines Foundation, or SEIPI, reported that Philippine electronics exports posted a double-digit export growth for 2017. That is the highest in the industry's history. Cumulative electronic exports increased 11.17% last year.
In 2017, our cumulative electronic exports reached an impressive $32.7 billion US dollars compared to $29.4 billion in 2016. Our overall electronic exports last year accounted for 52% of the Philippines' total commodity exports for the same year. The rest of the details with our business reporter.
The semiconductor and electronics industry was the country's top exporter for the month of December last year. Total receipts reached $2.859 billion for this month, which is equivalent to 60.56% of the Philippines' total exports, which stood at $4.721 billion. This was reported by SEIPI. However, month-on-month electronic exports declined to 0.62% in December 2017 to $2.86 billion from $2.88 billion in November of the same year. Mr. Dan Lachica, president of SEIPI, said that the exports growth forecast for 2018 is at 6%. For 2017, the growth forecast was between 6 to 8%. There is, however, a disturbing concern for the industry. SEIPI President Lachica said that the industry is worried about the potential negative impact on the industry of the imposition of value-added tax on local suppliers under the first package of the tax reform program.
The semiconductor and electronics industry is rightly worried about this, although SEIPI President Dan Lachica said that Finance Undersecretary Carl Chua has agreed to meet with the industry leaders to discuss their concerns. At this point, we will have to take a short break. Don't touch the channel because we will be back shortly with more interesting and relevant business issues for you.
When you sweat to be sweet and you clean par seed, it's love. When you try to look cool but you look like a fool, it's love. It's love. It's love.
Show your love with the new features of the all-new Innova. Love the journey.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes with the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. See the extraordinary.
Welcome back, and you're still on Business and Leisure's BizWatch, our business section. Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation, or MMPC, has put up the largest stamping plant in the Philippines, and it has now started operations. MMPC's investment in this plant was 2.8 billion pesos. Zera Hernandez files this report.
The largest stamping plant in the country, that of Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation, started operations last February 15, 2018. Japan's ambassador to the Philippines, Koji Haneda, said that this investment reflects Japan's continued confidence and interest in the Philippine market. It is also an assurance of Japan's interest to remain a solid partner of the Philippines as we advance our industrial growth. The current administration has advanced its plans for a renewed automotive industry in the Philippines, and Japan is committed to be a partner in this, according to the Japanese ambassador.
The country's largest stamping plant has the capacity to produce 35,000 units in 2 shifts every year. With this, MMPC will significantly scale up its local production of the Mitsubishi Mirage hatchback and the Mirage G4 sedan. Our BizWatch correspondent has more of the story.
Japan's Mitsubishi Motors is committed to the localization of automotive manufacturing in the Philippines, and this new facility is proof of this commitment. The facility houses the Philippines' first ever 2,000-ton tandem stamping machine, which will enable the company to turn the aspiration of localized production into a reality, according to MMPC President and CEO Mutsuhiro Oshikiri. This new development, which also marks the transfer of technology from Japan to the Philippines, also manifests the excellent relationship between Japan and the Philippines. Mr. Minoru Kinoshita, General Manager for Philippine Business Department of MMPC, also cited the companies enhancing their competitiveness and its response to the fast-growing demand for new and innovative vehicles of Philippine consumers. The company has raised the local content of the Mirage to 35% up to 50%.
Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation was the first car company to join the government's Comprehensive Resurgence Strategy, or CARS program. Its updated capital expenditure for the CARS program is now at 5.74 billion pesos. The company aims to produce 200,000 units of the Mirage and Mirage G4 by 2023. And now for our final business issue this week. The present administration's ambitious infrastructure program is already underway. The National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, has announced that regions outside Metro Manila will receive more infrastructure projects over the medium term. Andre Ko has the details.
Out of the total 4,985 infrastructure projects listed in the government's investment program for 2017 to 2022, at least 3,911 have been identified as region-specific. Of the total number, at least 98 have been identified as inter-regional. This was revealed in a statement released by NEDA.
The autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao has the highest number of projects, according to Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Ernesto Pernia. The ARMM alone stands to receive 1,340 projects. The rest of the details with our business reporter.
Secretary Pernia also cited the administration's thrust towards improving connectivity and promoting economic clusters in regional and sub-regional growth centers. The massive infrastructure program of the government needs a total of 9.04 trillion pesos investments in a span of 6 years. This does not include investments in infrastructure projects to be funded purely by local government units, government-owned and controlled companies, the private sector, and other sources, according to Secretary Pernia. 78% of the needed amount of 7.96 trillion pesos will be funded by the national government through its annual appropriation of funds.
With more than half of the infrastructure projects outside of Metro Manila and the highest in the ARMM, this should dispel the notion that government projects are centered in Mega Manila. And on that note, we close this week's edition of BizWatch. Join us again next week for more informative and relevant business issues on this section. shall pause for a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the Strictly Business segment of Business and Leisure. Please stay with us.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes with the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. See the extraordinary.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Welcome back, and you're still on BNL's business section, and what we have next is our Strictly Business segment. On Strictly Business this week, we feature another enterprise that started out as a home business but has since ventured out into the mainstream.
Meet Miss Jane Lacap, our featured entrepreneur this week, who is also into cosmetics and skincare.
The name of my brand is Nutra Organics. It's a lifestyle and wellness products.
Jane is a mass comm graduate who majored in broadcasting. She modeled for 4 years and seemed restless until she found her own calling.
I've always loved makeup, so I also went into makeup part-time. And there, so basically I started medyo late na, but when I was 8 years old, I remember I had a dream. I had a dream that I wanted to have like an organic store with makeup, like people can just go and get their makeups and all that. I had a dream when I was 8 years old, and I feel like this one is actually a rekindling of that dream, because in 2013, I remember I was praying to God kung what direction I'll be going. And then I remember in my dream, God was showing me different types of ingredients. Then I checked my Bible, and then I said, oh, okay, this is parang at first I wasn't believing it. Parang, okay, ganyan. And then when I finally tried to experiment on it, I tried products, I tried to make products out of it. Apparently, a lot of doors have been opening.
As you can see, Jane is deeply religious and prayerful, so even her choice of directions in life is guided by this. She found her life routinary and was on the edge of boredom.
So that's when it all started, in 2013. And thank God, by the grace of God, we're still here.
After about a year of research and experiments, she finally found the courage to make her own formulations. Then, friends and strangers alike started buying her home products.
When people started commenting about how effective the product is, and when people started buying it, so parang sabi ko, at first I was doubting nga na sabi ko, will it sustain my lifestyle?
Jane believes that business is a gift from God. With this firm belief, she made a go of her business, starting out with 3 to 5 simple products which she made carefully in small batches to ensure quality.
My first products would be we have wellness spray. It's an immune booster, so we actually have a wellness line right here. It's made of essential oils in 20 to 30, and right before the essential oils came here na super dami. And then the concept of this is actually it's more of like an immune booster. It helps boost your immune system because with the parang when you smell it, there's a certain feeling that you'd feel. I don't know if you tried it a while ago. And then we started with those, and we also have like a cream. What we call it is a rose nutrient cream. It's not here, but yeah, it's one of our best-selling products also, especially when we were beginning, because it's very, very effective. And our Miracle Mud Balm, which is our hero product. Our Miracle Mud Balm is basically for eczema, psoriasis.
She started small, like many others. To her, it was just simple kitchen chemistry, but she kept experimenting and sourcing out her ingredients until she was able to make more and more formulations.
Initially, we started with 200,000 pesos. But eventually, every month you infuse money. So more than that. But yeah, we started with that.
Today, they have over 100 different products, all nicely packaged with exciting names.
Most of our target market is moms because they're the decision makers, especially in terms of shopping. But since we have a wider range of products, it's moms, dads, and even young urban professionals, basically ranging from A, B to upper C.
Like all businesses, she also had challenges that she met head-on. Jane recalls that she took charge of formulating, did the packaging, and delivery even. Up to now that she has established a name in the market, the challenges are still there.
Basically, we pushed on because we've been receiving a really good feedbacks from them. Like some of them got healed, most of them got healed. Their skin improved. They said it's one of their best products that they've tried. Because me, I also love using products, and the thing is, we don't sell what we don't use.
That is her #1 rule for Nutra Organics. What she doesn't care to use for herself, she won't dare to sell to others. Nutra Organics gets invited regularly to bazaars and wellness fairs. And Jane always makes sure her brand is always there because these are good exposures for her products. Now she has this pop-up store in BGC that she is very proud of, having been in business for about 4 years only.
So this is Alex and Claude. We've been here for about almost 2 years already. So this is located in BGC F1 Hotel. The good thing about here is you can have everything that you need, from green foods to actually food for your body. The other one we're gonna have at the Artisan Craft House. It's gonna be in Manila near Circuit Makati. The good thing there is that you can have your refills. Also, like if you need refills for stuff that you need, so you can just bring your container.
Now it's time to check out the different products of Nutra Organics.
these ones are all for like wellness products. Like we have essential oils, the wellness sprays. We also have this Daily Boost. It's a memory blend with rosemary essential oils and bergamot, lemon, peppermint. So you just put it in your here. And then the sprays, I think I've showed you how to use it. You use it in the palm of your hand. Like you just spray it like that. And then you do this. And then you smell it like you're praying. Like you're asking God to heal you, like that. And then we also have hair care, which is this is a new one. It's Hair Muse. And then Wild Rose we also have to avoid baldness, combat baldness and hair loss. We also have Fresh Blooms for like a body wash, a minty body wash made of rose water. We also have like a best-selling eye care kit. Like when you put it, your lines diminishes instantly, and people would say na parang, oh, it's like a miracle because once you apply it, you'll see like a difference already. It's like a natural Botox, like instantly. And we also have this makeup, which is under my name. I call it Miss Jane Cosmetic.
They also have home care products like Squeaky Clean, perfumes, lip products that cost from 100 pesos and up. Her most expensive product, Jane says, costs 1,800 pesos. With over 100 products that she herself formulated, there is a whole array to choose from. This has been a quiet journey for Jane, and she has this advice for would-be entrepreneurs.
One of the advice that I would give you is that never stop learning. Always be hungry for learning because that's where you grow. Always have faith in God. Like whatever you do, in all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths.
And where does she see Nutra Organics 5 or 10 years from now?
I believe that we're going to be globally available, and at the same time, in the next 5 years, I pray that we would also have like training centers wherein we train people with livelihood, and hopefully we're gonna have like a wellness center wherein we can showcase all of our products, and I pray that it will be a model to other artisans.
So if you're interested in handmade artisan wellness products, check her out.
Hi, I'm Jane Lackup of Nutra Organics. I'd like to invite you in our pop-up stores here at Alex and Claude, ground floor F1 Hotel, 32nd Street, BGC, Taguig. We also have one pop-up store at the Artisan Craft House, 2522 M. Rojas Road, Santa Ana, Manila. And you may also reach us in our Facebook accounts, Nutra Organics, or Instagram, nutraorganics.shop. And you can place an order by messaging us through Viber at 0917-4300-115.
You just met Miss Jane Lackup, owner and founder of Nutra Organics, this week's feature on Strictly Business. Our lifestyle section is coming up next to our sunshine girl, Damon Soyak. Please stay with us. You're still with us here on Business and Leisure, and now we go right on to the lifestyle section. As I turn you over to our co-host this week, Sunshine Girl Day Munsayak, for our leisure report. And that's your cue, Day.
Thank you once again, Butch, for turning them over to me. And, well, hope you're still with me because it's now my turn to take the spotlight as I give you the best in lifestyle. Well, let's get the show going with the latest and trendiest events that happened in and even out of the metro. Here now is Lifestyle Chronicles.
World-leading LED lighting solutions company Felo Silvania finally launches its product in the Philippine market held in Shangri-La Fort. The company introduced its range of products attended by lighting designers, property owners, and representatives from the government. Felo Silvania is looking forward to work with the government, especially with the current administration's Build the Build Build program. Felo Silvania has its global headquarters based in Budapest, Hungary, and manufacturing plant in China.
We intend to distribute our products all over the country, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. It will be available in all the hardware stores, electrical supply stores, and of course in modern retail such as the chain stores, Home Depot type of chain stores, the hypermarket type of stores. So it will be available there. So please watch out, and hopefully that you will find good benefit with this energy efficient and good technology and quality products of Silvania.
World-renowned Filipino international visual artist and sculptor Joe Datuin recently partnered with Soler and Gallery Roberto for Joe Datuin Infinity Plus, an exhibition to reach out to Marawi. From the classic 5 ring symbol of the Olympics has sprung the latest of Joe Datuin's inspiration, its evolution into the infinity symbol. Also called the lemon skate, it assumes the figure 8, an intertwined twin rings that suggest boundlessness, endlessness, limitlessness. The very qualities which Datuin ascribes to the artistic and creative imagination.
Show exhibit is Infinity Plus. Infinity kasi yung I believe in yung boundless, limitless, no. And I welcome 2018 with this and the years to come, syempre. And tama-tama eksakto yung 8 na kung napansin mo, 2018 makikita mo sa harap. Nagsisignify na itong year na to, ito yung good year. And then, sinalubong ko siya ng Infinity Plus. Every time I make or I exhibit, I see to it na yung blessing ko, sinishare ko. So kung hindi man magkaroon ng exhibit, pag may humingi sa akin ng tulong, I give. Kasi I was blessed, no?
The annual Pyro Olympic recently kicked off as the Philippines' very own Platinum Fireworks Incorporated opened the weekend show. The first to compete and wowed the audience is from Switzerland. Their amazing and colorful fireworks brightened the sky at the SM Mall of Asia. An intermission number by Pipi Dos Santos entertained the cheering crowd.
More and more events exclusively coming your way, so make sure to catch them again next time, all right? Friends, here we are again on your favorite segment. That is, of course, Places. And this week we have something for big eaters out there. And when we say big, what can be bigger than big buffets?
This is 7 Flavors in Barangay Edition Hills in San Juan City. It is a partnership between a businessman and a celebrity chef. And Ms. Jade Vallejo, executive assistant to one of the business partners, is here to talk about 7 Flavors.
Flavors is actually a part of the corporation. So aside from Seven Flavors, we also have a culinary school, which is the Manila Culinary and Hospitality Academy, which is located in San Juan also. And we also have a catering service called Royal Caterer by Chef Boy Logro.
That's right, the celebrity chef is none other than well-known Chef Boy Logro. Actually, it was but natural for the partners to come up with a restaurant, especially since they run a culinary school and a catering business. It is the best way for their students at the school to experience and learn firsthand about restaurant operations. All the businesses of the partners under the MCH Group are in the San Juan area, all within easy access to each other.
Actually, it's doing great. Because their initial reaction from before we started, excited and curious, we still get the same reaction up to now. So it boosts the morale of our employees. So it encourages us also to do better in service. To compare with other buffet, when you step inside the restaurant, usually it's fancy or some of them is super laid back. So when you step in Seven Flavors, it's not that fancy, it's not that laid back, but it's just the average. So when you step inside the dining area, it's just homey.
With Chef Boy Logro and their corporate executive chef Abel Bulanadi at the helm, one can expect variety and quality. This is the kingdom of Chef Abel, the main kitchen of Seven Flavors. This is where all the action takes place, where all the yummy viands and desserts are made. And this is the spread of Seven Flavors, from viands to salads, pasta, and desserts.
Matitikman mo ngayon, hindi mo matitikman bukas. So siguro, 2 months mo pa matitikman yan bago namin ilabas.
They change their lineup every day, yes, but they have certain bestsellers that are also their mainstays, and Chef Abel is about to present them to us.
Ako po si Chef Abel Bulanadi, Corporate Executive Chef ng 3 company ng MCH Group. Matagal na po ako sa industry, sa culinary. Actually po, meron akong culinary school. But for the meantime, medyo sinara ko muna. Nagko-concentrate lang ako dito. I'm doing also the consultancy. No? Actually, kinuha ko ni Mr. Kenneth dito sa dahil lang I have a lot of experience.
Chef Abel has been a chef for over 30 years, most of them working abroad and on cruise liners. He even started his own culinary school and ran it for 2 years until he decided to concentrate on the 3 business of the MCH Group. Here now are their best sellers.
Ito yung aming na-create. Ito yung aming 4 dishes na best sellers. Una po dito is itong pork stroganoff. Nowadays kasi you have to create some millennial foods. Ang ingredients po niyan ay of course yung may cream siya, may alak na vodka, tapos a little bit of tomato paste, and nilagyan na po namin ng twist, no? Para medyo maganda yung dating, masarap. Ang lasa po nito medyo malinamnam dahil po meron siyang cream, meron siyang a little bit of gravy. Dito sa harap ko ay ito yung seafood teppanyaki. Seafood teppanyaki, mix of seafoods with shellfish like mussels and clams and shrimps. No? Ang kanyang sauce is teppanyaki, like teriyaki sauce. And iniluto po ito sa tepan na yung hot grill. So.
The next one is their tofu sisig. Not your ordinary sisig. This one because they use fresh liver, not the canned variety. And then use a little mayo for extra flavor.
Ito yung tinatawag namin tacos. No, it's a Mexican dishes. But it's not traditional Mexican dishes kasi binigyan din namin to ng twist. No, instead of using the lettuce, we are using cabbage. No? It is a little bit of crunchy.
They also use spring roll wrapper instead of the usual taco shells, and the salsa is plain, simply made from tomato, cucumber, red and green pepper, and red onions. They also use shawarma sauce here.
Siguro familiar kayo sa shawarma, no? And then, binigyan din namin ng ibang twist, yung shawarma sauce, nilagyan namin ng konting herbs para magkaroon siya ng konting lasang talagang malinamnam. At ang garlic po nito ay niluto po doon sa mahinang apoy na pag nalasahan nyo, hindi siya masyadong strong yung garlic. Yung pinaka best seller sa lahat, yung tacos. Dahil hinahanap-hanap po ito talaga ng aming guest dito sa 7 Flavors. Kaya araw-araw din makikita dito sa 7 Flavors yung aming tacos. So, yan po, yung 4 na dishes na yan, yun po yung 4 naming best sellers dito po sa 7 Flavors.
For the very hungry diners out there, check out the big buffets at 7 Flavors, our special feature this week on Places. Our segment dedicated for all the firearm enthusiasts is coming right up after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
Motoring Today is now on the web. Watch this episode or other past episodes of the country's longest running motoring program any time of the day by logging on to our website, motoringtoday.ph. Motoring Today is now online, just a click away.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Hello there again, everyone. I'm your ever loyal Sunshine Girl this week, Damon Sayak, and we continue our show with Sports Shoot. Let's all find out what remarkable firearm we have for you. Watch this.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Armscore Global Defense Incorporated.
Welcome to Sports Shoot, business and leisure segment for the gun enthusiast. I'm Butch Gambo. On Sports Shoot this week, we shall have no less than the President and CEO of Armscore Global Defense, Martin Tuason, to present to all our sports shooting enthusiasts a remarkable firearm for you to get to know better and appreciate, the TCM TAC Ultra FS Combo.
Thanks, Butch, and welcome to this week's presentation of Armscore Sports Shoot. So I'm going to go through some products here. I would like to start off with our TAC Ultra. Our TAC Ultra 1911s come in single stack and double stack formations, both in 9mm, 40 caliber, and 22 TCM. It has all the bells and whistles here. Adjustable sights, high visibility fiber optic front sight, full guide rod, full Picatinny rail for even weighting, extended beaver tail, magwell, both in the single stack and double stack versions. G10 grips, special G10s on the double stacks to keep them nice and thin so they fit around any hand. fully adjustable triggers, combat hammer, ambi safety, everything you can think of in a 1911 and that we would like for the avid shooter that doesn't want to work on their guns, take it to a gunsmith. It's basically all the flavors that you could possibly put on and just get it right out of the box and start shooting. I'm going to show you the power of the TCM 1911 pistol. Basically our 2,000 feet per second, high speed, low recoil round that we invented here in the Philippines, homegrown. And of course it says TCM, the Tuason Craig Magnum. Me and Freddie came up with the idea here in the plant in 2012. And I'd like to show you the power of 2,000 feet per second while we're shooting a watermelon. I hope I have let you know more about the firearm. This is all available in the Philippine market through all our Armscore dealers and our Armscore shooting centers and service center and shooting ranges. Squires Bingham, True Weight, among others out there. We have everybody.
That was the TCM TAC Ultra FS combo. It comes in caliber 22 TCM or 9mm. It is semi-automatic and recoil-operated with a capacity of 10 rounds plus 1. In a 1911 A1 platform, its barrel length is 5 inches with an overall pistol length of 8.5 inches. I'll see you next time when we again put on the spotlight another exciting firearm here on Business and Leisure's Sports Shoot, a regular segment for the gun enthusiast. I'm Butch Gamboa.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Armscore Global Defense Incorporated.
Another remarkable firearm for you to pack your things and head off to your nearest shooting range. Well, that's all I got for you here on the lifestyle section of Business and Leisure. Come back again next time with more exciting and informative features. I'm David Sayak, and now we'll turn you over to our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa. See you again, Butch.
Thanks, Dave, for another interesting and engaging edition of the Leisure Report. And with that, we end another edition of Business and Leisure. Thank you for staying with us. Also, don't forget to follow us in our social media accounts. Till the next time, this has been your host, Ray Butch Gamboa. Good business to all and enjoy the good life.